What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? Welcome, y'all. So, if you are watching on YouTube, the Twitch drops are on Twitch only. So, you have to be watching on Twitch to earn the drops, sadly. Robin, how you doing? So, I put this bow together last night, and I blew so many materials last night and so much gold. I probably blew 100 million gold last night. Anyway, going with Focused Power, Bouncing Phoenix, and Lucky Strikes. Charge Shot, Sundering Blow, and Bloody Strikes. The benefit with Bloody Strikes is it counts as an Ignite for the Drakenlord. And then additionally, you're getting that 15% damage debuff on the enemy. So it's like a 15% Dragolich for free, basically. I need to get it gilded, but I didn't have... The problem is Chaos 1. I don't have any... I didn't have any Chaos 1 shards saved up. I just blow them all for destructions. Going on, Tekis? Thanks for following. They're kind of look like the baby. Yeah, so anyway, I want to play around and check this bow out a little today. I ended up getting 3 of those rare pets last night. Well, 3 total. I got 1 on stream, and then I got 2 more last night. I've got slimy cats right now. I'm not going to be doing a giveaway for that today, though. I just started a giveaway this morning over on YouTube, though. Dr. Payne's, Nimbus, Alberto. What up? What up? Anyway, I got mixed emotions on this bow. It gives you the explosive shot, but I feel like the damage scaler may not be as good. Let's look at just the charge shot. 1.2 million versus Earth Guardians. That's the same. So the charge shot scaling appears to be about the same as the Earth Guardians. I don't know. I just feel like the Earth Guardians does better. I don't know. And then the single 4, of course, does better for pure single target. What's going on, next? How do I pronounce that, Elakid? I'm always trying not to massacre your name, and I do it every time. It's 4 per second. I kind of wish that... I don't know, man. I wish it was 6.7, right? Okay, well, I was close then. I didn't massacre it too bad. It was only a mini massacre. Playing around with the new bow. You just got it yesterday. No, that's the same with me. I don't really know how I feel about it. I went on and modded it up. Just to give it a legit play test. But I may end up moving these mods right back over to the Earth Guardians. I'm just not sure yet. But yeah, let's see. What do I need? I like blew mad crafting materials yesterday. Let me see what I got. And I'm running so low on everything now. Out of reroll tokens. Definitely need rerolls. Got plenty of clusters. Of course, got plenty of quills now that we got that map. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on sale in the Emporium. What all is there? Let's see. Yeah, you can see the sales on a bunch of the things. $99 pristine modes. I mean, it'll go for 3 to 4 million. You're bleeding ingots like crazy? I think I might be good on ingots, or no, I'm low on ingots too. Holy crap, man. The hemorrhaging, the ingot hemorrhaging, it goes right along with the reroll tokens and the motes. Like 2 weeks ago, I had like 2 or 3,000 exquisite motes, like 2 or 3,000 pristine motes, and 500 million gold. Now I am one broke boy. Bought the Gunwitch new skin from the competition. I'm hard stuck on that special ops Gunwitch skin. Can't get past that one. Can't get past that one. Is there anything you want to farm some ingots, Aramir, or maybe get an Earth Guardian drop in the process? See, am I? See if I'm showing online. People just send me mad messages on Steam. Get with the Discord, y'all. Ain't nobody uses Steam messaging anymore. Come on. All right. Now, what do we want to do? Now, I've done a bunch of playing with the trees, too. Aramir has as well. You know, it's such a situational thing. That anti setup does way more damage than the old setup. But with the old setup, you're way tankier. So you have to decide whether you want your walls taking a bunch of damage, or if you don't want your walls taking damage and you want them to do or DPS, or more DPS. Nah, no news on Xbox yet, sadly. There, Bumblebee. All right. Well, there'd be the ingots. Let me see. There's a... Now. Let's see. Sorry about that, y'all. Like 3 or 4 major Windows updates ago. Oh no, did it start a new stream? I think it started, or no, there it goes. Thanks for subscribing, Victor. I thought it started a new stream over on YouTube, which it does sometimes. But it looks like we're good. Have I tried turning my PC off and on again? What, do you work for an IT department somewhere, Nick? Sounds like what I've told like 600 people over the years. Yeah, anyway, like 3, 4, 5 major Windows updates ago, every once in a while my my USB driver just completely crashes. Well, I mean, restarting the machine works with most things. Yeah, I think that's pretty common knowledge at this point. These eggs, man, it seems like it's a massive drop chance to get them. I mean, I'm getting one of those eggs every single time. Where did I throw them? I don't remember where I've been throwing them. Here we go. We can throw them here. Like, I've only had one day where I didn't get the eggs. Exclamation drops in chat there, Legendary Dreams. All right. So let's oh man, I hemorrhaged gobbly orbs last night too. How many of those do I even have left? Down to 200. I bet I rolled 200 times last night. Just crazy how bad your luck can be with the re-rolling the golly stats sometimes. Yeah, the connection timeout is something that's been ongoing off and on for the last 10 years. They're aware of the problem, the current problem, and they're doing what they can to get it fixed. All right. So, let's see. We're going to go... where are we going? We're trying to farm some weapon goodies. Let's do that. Feel free to hop in and join y'all. We're on US West. What's up there, Harambe? There's nothing you can do. Play something else. Hate to say it, but that is the option there, Cap. You can try restarting. If restarting doesn't work, then you're just going to have to play something else until they get it fixed up. Switch servers. All that good stuff. You know, all the obvious things. Sorry, I don't have a better answer for you, but that's been like a 10-year Q&A. I've literally been answering that question for 10 years. I am not going to tell him to reinstall Windows next. How long am I planning on streaming today? I don't know, a few hours at least. Probably like, I don't know, 4 hours maybe. What's going on there, Millsy boy? They're working on it, man. Nothing is instant. So try restarting it. If not, there's nothing you can do. And you got to wait for them. There is no fix. Let's see. How are we going to start the day? Guess let's start the day with good old faithful. Yeah, the servers have been a mess. What do we got? We can... No, we can't really double whammy these. Thought we could maybe double whammy these. I can't. Yeah, Twitch won't allow me to put that up. I got a nasty message saying you're being bad. They don't... Twitch won't... They'll allow you to dual stream, but they don't want no... They don't want no YouTube chat going on their platform. YouTube, however, is pretty cool about it and doesn't really seem to mind. I think I'm overbuilding here, huh? That lane's already built. Haven't been looking at the DU at all. Am I eating it all up? We're going to put it to the test today. I got mixed emotions on it. It doesn't seem as good as the Earth Guardians or the single 4, but it's got that the AoE, you know? Cell defenses here. Oh. Oh, he's got trees up in there. Trees and Nimbus. Very nice, very nice. All right. What are we going to do down here? We got plenty of DU left to do whatever we want, really. I mean, I think the bow is usable, and it gives you that AoE clear. But as far as single target damage goes, it doesn't feel as strong. Now, that's based off of feeling, not off of the calculator. So don't take that too seriously. There ain't no fake juice bags running around, y'all. I don't know why people always ask me if I'm the real one. It's like it's a game with 200 people playing it. You really think there's fake people running around? I mean, maybe there is. A fake self-manifest. All right, I mean, I think we're good, right? Or no, we didn't do this lane yet. And we still got a truckload left. All right. Yep. All right, good enough, good enough. You change your name to Harambe and scam people in town? The Dragon's Nests haven't been nerfed now. They're exceptional still. There's a shard that makes the tree do damage now, Uzar. Chaos 9 is the first gear check. There's no strategic counter. So it's all about your preparation and grind if you just got the OG4. If you got other heroes, some of the other defenses are crazy strong, but as far as the OG4 goes, Chaos 9 is straight gear check. I just did. I posted a video about 5 minutes before stream started on the new weapons. It's called Thick Vines. THICC. Thick. Not really. It's not called Thick Vines like that. Oh shit, you know what? We didn't set up for buffs. For boss buffs. Let's get some boss buffery going. The tree's not working right now, so there's no point in putting that down. Or we got an empowering aura. There's no obelisk there, right? I'll just throw mine here. Good enough. Gives us a little something something anyway. Yeah, it's a survival. You've been doing some survival. Yeah, but you don't want to reset your character until after you get a Chaos 9 win. It's a grind game. You just got to grind it. Step 1 is get the shards you need. Step 2 is get yourself to Chaos 9. Step 3 would be start collecting mods. Pretty much the whole deal. You complete Chaos 9 for the Ascension caps. You get max Ascension caps for beating Chaos 9 before you do an AP reset. This is why you do Chaos 9. It's not for anything else. Uh-oh. Spectral Knight down. What's going on next, guess? Couple of upgrades should sort this. Trees, the buff from trees is not working, yeah. Something happened with it. There were some changes with trees and with the, like, on the back end. It was listed in patch notes. Yeah, we'll have to see how this bow does against the boss, but I got mixed emotions on it. World Tree McBufferson is not working either, so you're not getting the crit or the McBufferson on trees right now. Because we're farming for ingots. It's a grind game about farming crafting materials. We are farming the crafting material that we need. If we needed godly orbs, then we would be farming survival. We don't need godly orbs. All about the grind. Y'all know that. You got to grind it out. You want to do the things, you got to put in the grind. If you don't put in the grind, then... I mean, what can you do, right? Bust out Harambe's credit card and go crazy on crafting materials. Well, because mine ain't going to work. So we're going to have to use yours, Harambe. Just say it. I did do to test the trees out. I did it both ways with the old tree setup and the new tree setup, and it worked fine either way. But I did a little wolves in the forest build with nothing but werewolves and trees on the sewers. I'm debating on whether or not to record it and upload it to YouTube, but nice, AJ. I don't know. What do you guys think about the new weapons? Time your bank account locked because you paid to win too much in one night? Oh man, that's hardcore. I've never had that happen. I did have, I'm not from the U.S. I live in the U.S. now, but I'm from Northern Ireland originally. And I was a U.S. citizen when I was born already, but I was born in Northern Ireland. And there was an issue with my social security number that I didn't find out about until I tried to open my first bank account. When I went to go open my first bank account, there was a bunch of scammy shit listed on my social security number. And I'm like, this is the first bank account I ever tried to open. What, you know, WTF? And it ended up being a big pain in the ass, especially back then. There was no internet then, you know, so you had to do everything over the phone or through mail. But my social security number had been used in some kind of scammy shit when I was like 3 months old. God dang it, we keep losing those spectral knights, huh? Or no, it wasn't those. What spectral knights was it? Oh, it's these, derp. It's the spot with no spectral knights. I'm sure it's because I put everything not very friendly to flyers here. The flyers are probably making it in and doing their business. This one, man, it's just so much better to build back. You could spam up one big defense area here and just tank it out right here and cover both lanes. Yeah, Harambe was not yet a thought at all. They haven't even thought about what they wanted to name him yet at that point. Going on there, Woltior? All right, I'm gonna stay. We got 2 monks, so we should be boosted just fine. Where the hell's he going? He going after that tree? He's going after the tree. That sneaky bastard. Let the tree kill him. There we go. Treated good. So I guess he doesn't like the trees being there, Aramir. That caught us off guard a little bit. A days with the sub. Thank you so much. What do we get? We got a pole arm. I don't see the weapon in there. We'll figure it out. Yeah, it's super unreliable, and I'm using other... That was weird. Initializing game content. That, and more importantly, it interrupts your cast, which sucks balls. It's best used against the tavern dummy. All right. Oh. We can add in an extra spectral knight, and we'll go back here with it. It'll make life a little bit easier here. We won't have to worry about those flyers and whatnots. All right, that should cover those 2 lanes. Right. Let me do the same thing here. Just come back farther with it, and then we should have no problem hitting the flyers too. Oh, need 100. Plus, Daniel, I'm live streaming a game mode that doesn't require min-maxing of any sort whatsoever. So, and I'm staring at 4 chat screens right now. So, I'm basically mashing a button and not looking at what's going on the screen. We gonna have enough to go 3 wide down here? I don't think we do. I mean, I can sell one if we need to. I think we got it, right? The new bow is called the Gothic Longbow. Do you have I can just throw empowering on this. See if he comes up this way this time. Hopefully. So I got the front for Christmas this morning. There is, I know that's one you were looking at too. That's survival game. I looked at it quite a bit, actually, when it was leading up to its early access launch. I am actually signed up on their content creator team, but I just hadn't picked it up and hadn't had a chance to play it. And then I got it as a Christmas present this morning, which was pretty awesome. So thank you very much. So definitely one I want to check out for sure. I mean, if you like survival games, you know, stuff like 7 Days to Die or well, I mean, it's very 7 Days to Die-ish. But it looks like one of my, I mean, I love 7 Days to Die, but one of the things I wish was more in it was I wish it had more defenses. Like more traps and more turrets and more ways to build, because they got a really cool building system in, and you could do some pretty incredible things, but there's just not a whole lot of diversity with the defenses they have. Let's go into these trees. Now, granted, too, I have not got into, and I know the 7 Days to Die modding community is super robust. You know, there's a lot of different mods and total conversions and all kinds of stuff. There's some really cool stuff that the community has made. I haven't played through any of that stuff. Like, I've only used UI mods or whatever in the past. But there's probably a lot of mods that add stuff. Oh, for sure. Well, I mean, stuff like that, it shouldn't be early game, really, you know? Early game, I usually focus more on manipulating the enemy path and just spearing everything down. It works really well. It's you know, addictions are addictions. It's hard to stop grinding out DD2. You know, you start playing something else. It's like it's after dinner and it's my chill time or whatever, and I get to play whatever I want for me. You start playing something else, and then you say, oh, well, wouldn't it be cool to do this in DD2? And then you end up playing DD2 till 4 in the morning. And yeah. You guys know what I'm talking about. If somebody was saying when this character came out and the update hit, and some dude was giving me shit, telling me the devs must hook you up. How do you get everything on the first day? You only played it for like 3 or 4 hours. It's like, dude, I only streamed it for 3 or 4 hours. I was online in game for 20 hours that first day. That shit was not given to me. I had to grind it out. But the difference is I stubborn crackhead level of degenerate sat down and 20 hours it for 6 days in a row and did nothing but play DD2 and sleep. Get the full-on DJing experience, you know what I'm saying? Wiki! And there is a new record. It is now 76 months. Holy crap, Twinkie. No, how the boss maps worker is it's a 50% chance to get a weapon in Chaos 8, 100% chance in Chaos 9 and 10, and then it comes to just getting the weapon you want and having proper rolls on it. That's the grind. You can't expect to... I mean, you can't even expect to run the boss 20 times and think you're going to have a good weapon. I mean, maybe you'll get lucky. I didn't even look at the weapon I got last round. It's 50%. It's 100% for sure. It's a 50% chance in Chaos 8. That's the downside. The positive side is you can always go... If you're having trouble doing Chaos 9 or Chaos 10, you can always farm Chaos 8. But it already takes a million runs. So having the 50% right up front, that just doubles your time. You forgot how to turn off auto subscriptions. At this point, you're too afraid to ask. I can't go 5 runs because my inventory is too train wrecked. I think the most I can go is 2 runs. I gilded like 4 or 5 shards last night. So that should have freed up some space. That's fair, man. That's fair. Well, I mean, you'll get there, AJ. Yeah, Bouncing Phoenix can be transferred. You can put it wherever you want. Why did I upgrade that wolf? I don't know. These wolves, man, they are so beast, though. They're so strong. I haven't set one up with accumulator yet, but I do want to. Got a kind of a generic setup going right now. I got defense rate. What else do I have? I got defense rate, hardened, and that protective downgrade servo. But the protective downgrade servo is a complete waste because they don't die, and I rarely even upgrade them. So that's a complete pointless relic. That was the relic I would use when I was kind of like face tank and stuff with my maul, and I pulled it off and put it on. Tree is not doing anything right now, but yeah, that's basic, the basic setup. If you want to get real fun, you can add in a sand trap too. What's going on, Bradford? You know what? I played around with them. They just don't seem all that great. I mean, they're good. They're usable. But you just have to decide, do you want to invest a bunch of energy into making something usable versus using something that's better and not having to spend, you know? It's kind of one of those deals. All right, hopefully they come up here this time. We will find out. Well, the thing you get now is it's just so incredibly tanky, you know? That's a little better. That, and I've actually got a 10 out of 10 of that Empowering Claws mod, but there's something with it too. It just doesn't seem like it's really that much damage. I just don't know if it's worth giving up a mod slot. Have any of you guys tested it out and looked at the actual numbers? Like I said, I've got one. I just have been hesitant to use it just because I don't want to sink the gold in making the change just to be unhappy with it. The thing is if you like, what would you want to do with those kind of wolves? You would want to spawn camp, right? But you can throw a tanky wall wolf in the spawn and throw accumulator in it, and it's still going to shred the lane. And then your walls are going to have zero risk of dying, you know? So it's a tough call on what to do. But yeah, I mean, I've got that guy sitting right there, and I'm just reluctant to use it. I just mixed emotions on if it's going to be worth. We got Poo Poo there. Here's a little triple chip mod. We'll take it. Probably never use it, but we'll take it. Here's one 10 out of 10 today. And then we got a Poo Poo Mace. Really low roll on the old mace. That's the highest mod level. So like you look in your inventory and you hold shift, it shows you all those mods have those items have 10 out of 10s on them. Yep. My bad. So like I'm at a point in the game where I don't look at mods, unless it's a mod that I need to roll and I'm looking for a specific mod. But generally speaking, I don't look at just ground drops unless it's a 10. Nothing else has any value to me. And I can't be bothered with sitting there trying to sell low-level mods to newer players. It's not worth it to me. That's a whole nother mini game in itself, you know? The whole market mini game. And you just got to decide if that's, you know, a lot of people love it. Look at Fortnite, Save the World. The selling mini game and the scamming people mini game became greater than the game itself. Kind of a bummer, really, but that's what it turned into. I was one of the first content creators with Save the World when it came out, back when it was called Fortnite. And, you know, I was live streaming to 700, 800, 1,000 people every day. And then I'd make these videos, they'd get a bunch of thousands of views, and then there'd be a video called, I scammed this scammer, and it would get 10 million. Scamming the scammer. The Lego Fortnite thing actually looks kind of fun. I think I would enjoy that. How long have I been playing DD2? Let me look. I played it the first time in... I thought it was earlier than that, but I guess it's right around May 2013. So a little over 10 years. It's the same pets from last year on the tree. There, DJ. You can, but it's not going to be super valuable. But yeah, you can, it will show you. You can sell all, just damn near everything. I mean, you can't, the things you can't sell, it won't let you put in your shop. Anything else you can. And then if you tinker something in advance, it gets locked to you. So like if you upgrade a piece of gear, or move a mod or something, you know, any of those things. That obelisk is not set up properly. We should be using Aramir's obelisk, but he's already built a ton. So this thing has just got a rando relic on it. It's being used for empowering blasphemy, basically. You see the bubble it got on me? That's a hero buff from the obelisk. Feel free to build whatever you want. You want to take a lane or a couple lanes? It's all good. Have at it. Aramir and I are never going to argue if someone else wants to build some stuff. By all means, get it. Well, I mean, next run, we're not going to sell what we got here now. It's already set up and running. We're not going to make it go slower, but the more builders, the faster it will go, you know. Yeah, I've got uniques on mine too, but I think mine are only at like Chaos 7. It's not gilded, but it's like, what, 4% difference? It's pretty trivial. And then, like I said, with the tree, there's no point in throwing a tree down right now. Until that gets fixed up, which I know that it's known. Thanks for following there, Ollie. How you doing? Well, nothing's wrong with it, but the hero boosts aren't working. It heals still, but it won't give you the crit or the World Tree McBufferson shards not working. So the boosting aspect of it isn't working. Get wrecked, Mr. Hawk. I mean, for this purpose, the bow seems fine. I think you would have to be solo boss fights to really feel a difference, I think. I gotta get an adept set up. A lot of people are using them, and that's the one anime skin I like. The adept's anime skin is just awesome. I don't really care for the anime skins, but I do like the adept one. But I just don't. All of my hero damage armor sets all have boost on them or buff chips. I mean, that's a lot of boost. You figure you're getting 19% from the adept. What are you getting? 15% from the hunter? You're getting 15% from the hunter. That's 34% increased damage right there. Not included. Or, I mean, obviously it's not including buffs or pets or whatever, but that's pretty nice. Oh, sundering. Sundering plus sundering on top. So that's definitely a power combo. Seems like for a 3-player group, if everybody was hero damage, you had a hero damage monk, a hero damage adept, and a hero damage hunter, you could shred some shit. Or any hero damage DPS on top of it. Well, I guess you would need the hunter for the debuff. I've got a pretty decent... I think I've got a decent staff now. I've got a usable staff. It's probably not a very good roll. Why is your alt getting all the new pets? Alts be like that. Not really. I think it's a good alternative to... an Embermount bow or the Genie bow. Like, you know, you would use the Genie bow if you wanted to hit more targets now for the Pierce. And I think this bow is a good alternative to that. But the Genie bow, the shot looks really cool on it. And the damage output is very similar as far as single target goes. And then Earth Guardians is slightly higher single target, and then Single 4 is slightly higher single target. But those are pure single target. Where this has got the explosion, you know? It's the same thing with pole arms. I mean, you got the Genie pole arm, or you got the Embermount pole arm for AoE, and you got the Earth Guardians pole arm for single target. Most people will use either the Embermount pole arm or the Genie pole arm for the extra AoE, because the single target on the Earth Guardians it's higher, but it's only slightly higher, and you lose all the AoE. And, you know, say you're shooting at an ogre or whatever, and a goblin walks in front of it. Well, the goblin takes the shot and the ogre takes no damage. Where you wouldn't have that problem if you used the Ember Mount or the Genie polearm. So it's just a choice. I mean, to be honest, the mathematical difference between all of them is so similar, or so small, that it just, use what you want is really the general rule. Use what you like, use what you think's cool. I think this bow here has got the cool factor on the explosion, but it loses its major negative points by the projectile looking so meh. I mean, you can barely even see the projectile. Where, like, the Genie bow, man, that one looks cool as shit when you're firing it. Or the Phoenix bow. Yeah. I use them all, too. Well, I mean, you guys saw my inventory. I could show you the bow selection. They're not all set up because I move the mods around on whatever I'm testing. But you know, I mean, I got all the stuff sitting there. Even the double shot is like a contender in there. The double shot actually has a real nice shot type, but the bow itself looks, in my opinion, it looks kind of dumb. I'm very picky with my bows. I think the coolest looking bow in the game is the old Toxic Shock bow. What the hell is that thing called now? I don't remember what it's called now, but that one looks kind of cool. But if you don't have a green skin on, it ruins it. So it's very situational as far as looks go, you know? And we all know what the end game is. The end game is all about looking good, right? So if you don't look good... Oh, is it still called Toxic Shock? I couldn't remember for some reason. Old man syndrome. And then the Genie bow has that shot type, which I like that dart shot as far as, you know, its level of being visually pleasing, you know? This bow, I don't know. I got mixed emotions. I like the shot on the Earth Guardian bow, but I hate the single target aspect of it, where it's just... You know, there's going to be just situations where a goblin soaks up the shot. The Blink King bow is really good too. It's got that single force scaling on it. But the downside of it is that you lose charge shot. And charge shot is such a big portion of your damage, you know? Yeah, the heal cooldown for me is only 10 seconds. Or it's only 5 seconds. Somebody said it was 10. I mean, he's melting quick enough, right? That's one thing that I hope they do. I understand they want the boss weapons to be the best weapons. And I'm fine with that because it gives you a feeling of farming some loot, which you get in the other Dungeon Defenders games, but not so much in Dungeon Defenders 2. So I'm glad that they added that aspect into the game. But I do wish that all those incursion weapons would get another look. The tsunami actually has a fairly decent scaler on it. It's just got that weird shot. We got a trash bow that time. Diamond shot 1. No thank you. Diamond shot 3 is the one you want. You want the one that's 4 per second. It's pretty much the same with all the weapons. All the projectile weapons. You want a third, you want the third tier of it. So, you know, diamond shot 3, the, you know, if you get the pole arm, you want the tier 3. Well, it's 1, 2, and 3. Generally speaking, for any weapon that shoots a projectile, 1 is 2 per second, 2 is 2.5 per second, and 3 is 4 per second. Generally speaking, you get that 6.7 going on the staffs. I got a $150. I deleted 28 heroes last night, y'all. Y'all should be so proud. You getting the other side? So we got nothing here for flyers. You built up so close that none of the flyers are going to be getting hit. But, I mean, that's fine. We'll just have to shoot him or hope the upstairs gets him. I still use it for flyer lanes. Need buffs downstairs. Or some more mana. Oh. Aramir's got the skin. The super skin. The super skin. Oh, yeah. Yep, there you go. You win. I'll never reset on this character again. I plan on doing some resets on my alt, but I'm not going to reset on this character ever again. I am done. With resets. Aramir's, I think, in the same boat. With the alt meta being a thing, like, why even bother resetting your main anymore? Baby came 2 hours ago. Oh, wow. Grats, Dan. That is incredible. One of these days, I'm going to get that phone call from my son. Oh, man. I'm on the far other side of that, where now I am, I'm sweating getting the phone call saying you're going to be a grandfather. It's like, oh my God. I'm not ready. The wife's all for it, but I don't know, man. I'm not ready for that. And we'll have to see, too, if he remembers the bullshit I told him when he was younger and I just started the YouTube channel. I told him I would change the name of the channel name to Grandpa Juice when he had a kid, thinking that, you know. Hopefully he doesn't hold me on that, or call me on that one. Scurry. Grandpa Juice, you like it? Oh, man. Hopefully not yet. I'm not ready. Then the wife's going to want to move. I mean, we're not going to, I don't think, but she's going to want to. Yeah, this is a hero damage hunter. This is the Chillin' Pew hunter. Oh, I'm using Wound, too. I forgot about Wound. That's another damage debuff. So we're getting a nice few debuffs up. He's 26. Oh, let me just jump in this hole here. I'm sure there's some loot down there somewhere, right? Wolves are so crazy tanky, man. Gonna throw accumulator on yours? Nice. We can go to Tavern after this one. Mix it up a little so some other people get a chance to hop in. I'm gonna do that at some point too. I think I need another accumulator. I'm not sure. I probably got one laying around. I did a video with all the weapons this morning, Skystar, but that's what I'm using right now. Mixed emotions on it. Thanks for following there, Austin. I like this map. Go ahead, stick your butt out. Stick your butt out. I'll have to look. I'm not sure. That's one of the... Accumulator is one of those mods for so long that would, like, get thrown in the pile of alt storage. You know, because we just didn't use any walls for so long. Well, I mean, all the bosses are easy, really, once you get your boost set up down, and you gotta... You know, if you're playing in a group and you got a solid team... Keep thinking Aramir is a Drakenlord, and then I realize the bubble's too small. Yeah, I mean, it's still easy, though, you know? Same thing with the genie. I mean, there's nothing more annoying than the genie. But it's still pretty easy. Sweet. All right, let's head on out here so we can get some stuff swapped up. I'm pretty happy with that relic I use. I just want to pull protective downgrade off of it. I just feel like that's a complete waste, you know? What can you do? Yeah, clearing those heroes didn't help my loading issue any. It's definitely just an inventory. By the time you need ground downgrade, everything's just hitting too hard. Yeah. What we get that time around, we got another Earth Guardians, another bad shot type. Diamond Shot 2. Really low hero health roll anyway. Nothing but junk. Let me see what I got land. Why am I saving that? Not that great of a roll either. Let's just free up that inventory spot. And I got a spare hardened. That's kind of nice. See nothing here. If I have one, it's probably sitting on my alt. Let's see what we got in here. Bunch of rings made it into the bag. Many refund servos too. And like, why that and that don't need to be there? That can go in the trash. There's an accumulator, but it's low. I think I do have one sitting on my alt. That's all right. This will work for now. Trash that stuff, and what I don't have enough for another 18. That's enough for a mod transfer. But yeah, this is today's project. So obviously a low hero health roll, so it's not one I'd want to stay with. But can at least check it out for just how it feels. Focus power, bouncing phoenix, and lucky strikes is what I'm using. And then I'm going with bloody strikes, charge shot, and sundering blow. Now sundering blow, of course, lowers resistances. Bloody strikes gives, even ungilded, it's a 15% damage boost. But then I'm using wound as well. And wound, obviously this is an ability power shard. However, it's a 15% debuff. Wounded enemies take 15% more damage. So that's 30% right there, just between those two items. And then the adept has got the, 19% with the bubble. And then a monk boost on top of it. And it just turns into beast mode, And then on the Spectral Knights, I'm just using standard issue stuff. But the Wolf Commander, this is what I've got going. Automation, Juggernaut, Rebounding Strike. Protective Downgrade Servo should not be there, though. And would like that to be automation. I'm not going to move this one over, or accumulator. I'm going to save this one as it is for the trees in case I want any tank trees. And then the DPS, the raw DPS tree relic, I'm using that. Well, see, here's the deal with the trees. The reason I got defense range on those. You see, in the DPS setup, we got defense range as the godly roll. and then just a deadly strikes. Nothing else required. And when you add in your diffusion and your range pylon, and then you have it upgraded, you actually get to the range cap. That's the other thing. The raw DPS tree with the anti-mods, you're getting more coverage. Now, it's not a ton, but it's more coverage and more damage. Where if you're using this instead, then you're going to do what? Accumulator hardened and defense range. Oh, we use Juggernaut instead. So if you're going for the tank tree, you see now it's 7.6 million health, but you see its range dropped to 3,300. So we lost, what, 189 range units, which is pretty trivial. Like, if you look at it, this is the lower range. The range is going to right there. And if we swap it back to the other setup, maybe. Then we get rid of Juggernaut. We take Deadly Strikes instead. Man, that's just not even worth, huh? Almost pointless. So maybe getting to the range cap is just not that big of a deal. Was it really? How was it? It seems like it should be smaller than that. Oh. Or wait a minute, that's with Deadly Strikes. Without Deadly Strikes, it's down to there. Okay, that's a little different. There we go. Let me see. Let me swap these again. So with this setup, you would use... Oop. With this setup, you would use Juggernaut. How am I getting that range out to there? This is not making sense to me. .581. The range roll is not that much difference. I'm not sure how I'm getting this much range. The range should be lower. Let me see. Let me rebuild it. No. $3,300 range. That is just the weirdest thing. Because if I take Deadly Strikes off now, the range drops to here. Yeah, Destructive Pylon is 1,000 range. What am I missing here, y'all? I mean, I know I'm a little slow sometimes, but what the hell am I missing here? They both have defense range on them. Oh, the defense range mod. Derp. That's what I'm missing. I have Deadly Strikes on it because without the defense range mod, because we're going, instead of defense range, we're going melee boom. Which you could put defense range on it, but I don't feel like you would want another shard. I mean, I guess you could put Juggernaut on it. It wouldn't help Thick Vines, but it would help it be more tanky. But then you would lose melee boom. DD2 is very different, but yeah, it's an extremely enjoyable game. Why do I have it on my pylon? I got range pylon, destructive pylon, and vicious strikes. I got Vicious Strikes on there just because of the CC. So basically, you can go with a tanky wall that does less damage, or a squishy wall that does more damage and has a tickle more range. I mean, the difference is just so trivial, you know? It's a situational type thing. Like, do you want to stuff them up in there where they're going to get slapped? Or do you want to put them strategically somewhere where they can sit there and just do damage and then have a real wall that's going to just wreck and never die? You know, with a werewolf commander. That's where the wolves in the forest build came from. The wolves in the forest build. Still debating on whether or not I throw that one on YouTube. How much tankier is it? With all the buffs, that's with a health pylon 2. It's 6.1. And if we went with this one... Oop, God dang it. Wrong hero. If we went with this one and put Juggernaut instead, takes up to 10 mil. So, I mean, it's definitely tankier, but it's way less damage. So you just kind of have to make that decision. Definitely fun to play around with, though. Thanks for following there, Cooler. Appreciate it. All right. Oh, the DPS wolf. He probably posted that a while back. Now, of course, this wolf's not going to be getting hit, so it wouldn't be trigger. It won't be triggering that mod. But it gives you an idea with a medallion. We're grinding ingots today, Cassie. He is just a mean, slappy boy. I mean, that's good damage, man. That's not terrible damage, you know? And still has 9 million health, almost 10 million. That's just crazy to me. $6 to $7 mil crits. That dude is just shredding, man. Absolutely nuts. Is that, or do you have automation on there too? Or are you using, is that all damage? Oh, well, feel free to, we're going to queue them up public, so feel free to rejoin. Cassie, if you know you want to join, feel free to hop in and join. We're on US West. Such a crazy ass wolf, man. You're gonna have to just. Oh, you're waiting at the thing. It still has automation, so he's still getting the self heals off. It's 20 million DPS. Over 30 seconds. It's a beast right there. That is one dog that you do not want humping your leg, let me tell you. Good Lord. Keep that dog away from my leg. All right, let's get it. Anyway, y'all, Aramir and I both need ingots, so we're farming ingots today. I know some people wanted to do the new map, but gotta go where the grind is. That's what I'm using here today, Ticky Tacky, so you can see it firsthand here. Anyway, we're on US West, and we're playing public, so feel free to join us. It seems decent, Ticky Tacky. It's just, it's hard. The single target, it's not a single target weapon. So, of course, we're always going to want to try to compare it to a single target weapon. And it's just not as good as a single target weapon would be. So, like the Earth Guardian or the single 4 are just going to be better than it. Because those are just raw single target damage weapons. But it does have a cool shot. It brings AoE to the picture, which the Huntress or the Hunter has never had before. With a hero damage one, anyway. So it's a situational use type thing. It just comes down to every hero in the game, especially now with the boss fights being such just meat grinder fights. Every hero in the game can just about benefit from having two weapons. A general play weapon and a single target boss killer weapon. And the Hunter's just going to be no different. You need to just have the right shards and mods, and you're going to win. Don't look at your DPS. Look at, do you have the right shards and mods? If you have the right shards and mods, you have enough DPS. Don't sweat the numbers. Sweat whether or not you're using the correct stuff. You know? Are you using mass destruction and destruction? Are you at the speed cap? Those are the questions you have to ask. I don't know with its scaling, Ticky Tacky. You need mana? Needs 100, I think. Oh, 10 more, my bad. If like Artie or Rexo or Jade or Intasa are here, they might be able to tell you the actual math for the Gun Witch if it's better than the Wild West weapon. I don't have the answer to that, and I don't know if any of those folks are here today. So are you using Earth Toss and Explosive Poison? Would be my next question. So, like, the ideal setup would be Earth Toss, Mass Destruction, and Destruction. Or Broadhead Arrows. Broadhead Arrows is fine, too. Well, the Earth Guardians is a single target weapon. I mean, you don't compare it to the Earth Guardians in single target damage. You compare it to the Embermount weapon, or you compare it to the Genie weapon. You just can't compare something that hits one thing to something that hits multiple things. Forgot about that stuff. And then ask yourself, do you want a pure single target weapon? You know, for like what we're doing here today, I wouldn't want a single target weapon. I would want something that's going to hit more than one enemy, you know? But it depends on what you're doing, what you're playing. I mean, without even looking at the math, we already know that the Earth Guardian's more single target damage. It's going to be only very itty-bitty slightly more. Like, the scaling difference between the Earth Guardians and, like, the Phoenix Bow are really, really small. So I think the right answer is either have multiple weapons or use what you want. Because you're not going to get a difference in effective damage output where it's noticeable. If you can clear it with one bow, you can clear it with the other bow, is the general rule. You know? You're not going to be gated where you can't do the content because you're using the wrong bow. If you're using one of the boss bows or a single 4, I mean, obviously, the single 4 is like busted tier. So, I mean, the right answer is don't use the Guardian Bow either. Use the single 4 because that's the shit. The scalars are way, way higher. Even though you lose charge shot, the scalars are way, way, way higher. I mean, your first clears, you're going to have to sweat it out. You're going to have to tank it. You know, you're going to have to put in work as a hero. C9 is a gear check. There's no strategic counter. So when it comes to using OG heroes, you got to grind it out or you got to bring other heroes into the mix. And that's just, I mean, C10 is easier to break into. C10 and C9 gear is way easier to do than C9 and C8 gear when you only have the 4 heroes. The EV2 would help for buff beams. The completely changing your build and using other things and using either like dragons or nether archers or the Elvish Artillery Tower or the Mercenaries defenses. The Lavamancer is great if you have the mods. Like if you've got an Embermount mod and your stuff is set up, the Lavamancer is like the made for C9 character. The problem with the Lavamancer or with buying the Lavamancer goes, if you're new and trying to break into C9, is you don't want to buy a hero just for one tier. You know, buy a hero, first off, base it off of what you like and are enjoying, not off of what's going to get you to the next tier. Because eventually, long term, you'll end up having all the heroes. It's just a matter of time, you know? You'll get them all. But C9's a bitch, man. It's not new player friendly. Without spending money. There's really no other way to put it. Well, I mean, it sounds to me like you just need to put in the grind a little more in C8. Remember, all mods get maxed out in C8, so you can have a fully maximized build in Chaos 8, or from Chaos 8 gear, with your mods. You get everything to its maximum level of power. So you've got all the right shards already, you've got Destructive Pylon, you got Mass Destruction. I mean, you need to spend a little more time in C8, maybe. And then, additionally, that's going to give you more Defender medals, more crafting materials to re-roll and upgrade and move mods around and get everything completely dialed in. I mean, look at the Steam numbers. Let me see, I'm going to look real quick, because now I'm curious. Just to give you an idea of since the dawn of time. Now, obviously, these are going to be historical numbers. Let's see. Only 13%, or here, let's go to a bigger one. Only 14% of all of the people that ever played Dungeon Defenders 2 made it to level 50. Only 14%. So just by making it to level 50, you're already in the top 14% of all players ever. Just to give you an idea. And that's not my number. That's Steam's number. That's what Steam's tracking on its global gameplay statistics. And I would bet you that that number, as far as like people who have made it to, say, Chaos 5, that number is probably less than 5%. It's because not everybody is into the grind, you know, and it's a grind game. It just is. There you go. I mean, that's a good deal. I mean, the bundles are always the way. And then, of course, you know, as there's various sales and whatnot, picking up a bundle while it's on sale, you're double dipping on the gem savings. Plus, usually getting some bonus thing like a pet or a skin or whatever in the mix too. So definitely, I mean, just use your money smart. I can tell you games like, say, Warframe. Well, Warframe's a bad comparison because there's also, you can earn platinum from other players trading. But say Path of Exile, that's a good one. Path of Exile, I never really bought any of the packages until I got really, really into the game way later. So I started off playing the game and I got all of the, I nickel and dimed everything basically. Like I'd spend $5 here, $5 there. And I didn't get anything compared to if I would have spent $20 all at once on a package instead of spending $5 4 times, you know? Yeah, you get 1,500 gems back for completing the pass. Or you don't even have to complete it, but you get all your gems back. So, I mean, if you have the 1,500 gems, the pass is kind of a no-brainer. Because you're just going to get it back, you know? Plus, it gives you some goals, which is nice. Goals are always good. I love seasonal things in games. It gives you like a goal, a completion goal, multiple times per year. What's up, Shadow Shot? How you doing, man? Just in from work, got a coffee. About to crack on with some college work. There you go. Thanks so much for following. I do appreciate it. There's 7. Well, see, that's the thing is if you don't have the shards, it doesn't matter if you get carried through. And if you get carried through, you're not learning anything about the game. And then you're not capable of doing it on your own when you try to do it on your own. Like having maxed out gear, high level gear is not going to do shit for you. I mean, without the shards, you know. And then the knowledge where the, you know, prior to Chaos 8 and below, the game does have a strategy element. So you end up not knowing what the hell you're doing, and you spam Flamars in Chaos 2 and wonder why you're losing, even though you're in Chaos 5 gear or whatever. It's because you don't have any shards and you're building the wrong defenses. So it's a mixed bag. Yeah, I'm gonna do another video, but I haven't changed anything, to be completely honest. See, we got a monk. We don't have a monk. I'll monk. There, we got a monk. Get wrecked, Mr. Diggy Dog. Is it a waste of time, or is it a valuable learning experience that's going to pay them dividends long term? Is getting more hours out of the game you play a bad thing, and you're learning the game properly? Just follow the instructions up above when you click the drop there. The cheap way of PoE. You're not actually linking your game account. You're just basically signing up for the Dungeon Defenders forums. Nothing is actually done or linked with the game at all. So you'll get a code to redeem. Is it PoE or is it PoE? Are you a Path of Exile player? Or is your name Poe? See, I instantly see PoE because, like, I'm in the middle of a PoE binge at the moment. Edgar Allan Poe, man, he's the OG. Or one of the OG horror guys. Happy coincidence. Your IRL name is Poe. All right, that's fair. That's fair. They should give you free unlimited vault tabs since your real name is Poe and you play PoE. Just saying. Come on, Grinding Gear Games. Get with the program and hook Poe up with some vault tabs. Day 1 Mage Blood. That's what I'm talking about. I got the day one Mage Blood tees. Like my first 2 or 3 uniques to drop this league were all heavy belts. The ultimate tees. I'm out of juice. We're all built up. There, we just need a reflect beam if somebody's got 10. I haven't built the stuff up top either. There we go. All right. What else we need? We got our obelisk. No, obelisk and an aura. And I think we good to go. We didn't spend as much. Oh, we got a obelisk down there. I didn't even see that one. Derp. You got a mirror and a headhunter? How the hell did you manage that? Damn, Sanctum seems like it's where it's at, man. I'm surprised they never changed anything with that, with the farm there. Sanctum with full loot find gear, huh? You gotta have the build for it? Yeah. Not sure what happened there. Unstable concoction, huh? I never realized that was a good Sanctum build. Are you doing totems? Or can you do unstable concoction with totems? Is that even a thing? Yeah, it's all good. Unless you got unique mods on yours. It's alright. I'll sell mine. Oh, there you go. All for one. That's fair. I'll have to give it a whirl with that Divine Ire build when I get it all finished up. I need to get back into that and get it dialed in a bit. I'm missing an opportunity grinding DD2 nonstop before the prices start going down too much. I'm not going to be able to make any money. And then now I've got that at the front to check out. So, and then I mean, Christmas is right around the corner. My son is coming to visit. I think he gets here in like 4 or 5 days. Do lots there. I'm in a 2-person guild with another friend just so we can share. We have a shared stash. But I usually craft ward looping gear. I've kind of developed a little bit of a niche for crafting ward looping stuff and sell it, and that's what I make my divines every league off of. But I mean, part of that is I can handle sitting there in my hideout slamming augments for 2 hours and it doesn't drive me mad. It's like gambling. It's like playing a slot machine. Are you going to get the roll or are you not going to get the roll? I kind of want to do another build this league, but I want to get my Divine Ire Totems going a little better first. I mean, they're doing really good, but I'm not playing super difficult content yet either. I'm like just hitting red maps. What's going on there, Finn? How you doing? Aramir had to run for a sec. I will probably... It'll probably take 17 years. To me, it's just completely pointless content. So it's not fun for me, so I'm not grinding it. I mean, I haven't done a single floor since that last stream. What, it's been a month? There's too many other fun games to play something you feel like you're doing for no real reason. I mean, if you want to challenge yourself, getting to 999 is not the thing. Survival is the thing. And it doesn't take a bazillion hours of Netflix to get there, you know? I'm just not a big Onslaught fan. I like the survival endless mode experiences. I don't like the current Onslaught system very much. Haven't done survival yet? I mean, some people don't like it. I personally do. I just like endless mode in games. And then we get the checkpoint system, which doesn't feel like you're wasting your time if you don't have 4 hours or whatever. Yeah, but I don't need any C10 gear. I mean, no one needs any C10 gear. You need mods. Mods you could farm C8 for. Well, I mean, you just have to do it outside the game. One thing you'll learn with DD2 is the calculator is your friend. You know, you can do the math and figure out if the damage output or whatever is going to be what you're looking for before ever putting a character together. Survival's endless mode that scales up, but if you want to do really difficult, or if you want to do the most difficult content in the game, then you do survival mode. It scales way higher than Onslaught does, and it doesn't have the mutators that give you all the buffs. So it's just raw difficulty, and it doesn't have the easy mob choices. You're stuck. You got these mobs, you got to deal with them. There's no, oh, I don't like this lane, I'll re-roll the map. You know, there's none of that. So if you're into that, and then that's where you get godly orbs at too. But it depends. Like when you play, would you rather do 25 different maps in, say, a 4-hour play session? Or would you rather run one map in a 4-hour play session? You know, not everybody's the same, of course. I personally like to put one run together and see how far I can push it. But to me, that's fun. To some people, doing Onslaught is fun. So, you know, it's all there. No matter how you want to do it. Oh, does that trail? No, that was a visual glitch. For a minute there, I thought that Twitch drop, like, left a trail on the ground. See what we got. See what we got. It's just a fun way for you all to troll me. It doesn't actually do anything. But it gives me the opportunity to blame you when I don't get any loot. See? It's Aramir's fault. Now you need to save up, you're so close. I'm gonna add more stuff down the line, I just haven't gotten around to it. Doing all the Twitch setups can be very time consuming. What do we got? We got another mace. Mediocre roll, and it's medium. We got a trashy egg we're just gonna get rid of. What did we get last run? Oh, did I sell it by accident? I'm not seeing another Earth Guardians in there. It couldn't have been all from one run, right? I put homie way up there, huh? Obelisk is down. It's fair. Needs some more juice if anybody's got it. Thank you very much. All right. We all good down below? No. Let's do this until we get a little more mana. Nope, no, we're all done. It's all right. We don't need a buff beam down there anyway, I don't think. What's my least favorite map? Nimbus Reach. That's an easy answer. The reason being is how the game used to be. You were limited to map selection in Chaos tiers. So, like, if you were doing Chaos 1, it had these maps. Chaos 2, it had these maps, or whatever. Well, there was a time where Chaos 5 was the highest difficulty in the game. And Nimbus Reach was one of 4 possible maps you could do. And then they updated the game and they added Chaos 6 and 7 at the same time. And then Chaos 7, of course, there was only 4 maps in the pool. And Nimbus Reach was another one of them. And the game spent a long time, like, I want to say a couple of years, maybe even, at that state, where either Chaos 5 or Chaos 7 was the top difficulty. So I've done Nimbus Reach so many times that I just no longer find it even remotely enjoyable. They changed that. It doesn't need to be upgraded anymore. They changed how the obelisk buffs work. So when you upgrade it, you're just increasing the damage output of the smite, basically. Yeah, Ramsters are good. I mean, it's a situational defense. It's an AoE defense. If you want to cover a lane with AoE, like if you want to apply an element or something like that, a Ramster can be a go-to. So, like, say you wanted to poison a whole lane or whatever, you could throw poison on a Ramster, and it's just going to coat that bad boy down, and it hits up to 10 enemies at once. So it is going to apply that effect. Now, with it hitting up to 10 enemies at once, it's not a big single target damage item. So if you're expecting a Ramster to burn through a tougher mob, you might have problems with it, because that's just not what it's designed for, you know? But yeah, it's solid. Like, as far as the Abyss Lord goes, you can dish out an element or just get AoE coverage for, like, the fodder trash mobs or something with a Ramster, and then you can add in archers for single target damage and get the big boy damage in the mix too, and you end up putting together a solid build using mainly Abyss Lord defenses. They're using all Abyss Lord defenses if you're using like Skelly Walls or whatever. Like to play the Hunter, but you don't know how to build it. There's a video on my channel with everything I'm using, Victor. I'm not going to stop the stream and go through it all, but you can find that on my YouTube channel. I'm playing hero damage. So basically with every character, you decide what you want to play. Do you want to be an ability user or do you want to be a primary attack user? I'm wanting to shoot and pew stuff with the bow, so I went hero damage, as that's what's going to buff the primary attack. So basically, you would use all hero damage, shards and mods. Don't ever try to hybrid. Don't try to make it an ability power and hero user. Because then what will happen is you end up being able to do two things not as good, you know? Instead of doing one thing really well, you can do two things not great when you try to mix it. I mean, it depends on the hero and the playstyle. For the Hunter, I personally am just all about the hero damage. To me, it's the funnest way to play it. But, I mean, that's me. To you, it might be more fun to use the abilities. The hybrid gun witch. Generally speaking, you get unique mods that you have nowhere to use, and the obelisk makes a great choice. So, unique mods on like an obelisk, a volcano, all that stuff. Oh, damn. Wife made cookies. You ain't getting no cookies, Pepper. I don't know what you're even in here asking for. That's what I'm talking about. Got some chocolate chip cookie action going. Oh man, they're still warm even. Holy crap. Yummy. I tell you what, man, my wife makes some badass cookies. They are the best cookies. No one else can hang with her in the cookie making department. I'm just saying. That's just fact right there. Man, this is yummy as hell. Sorry, y'all. Make y'all jealous with my chocolate chip cookie eating. Yummy, yummy. You had to test a sugar cookie and a mint cookie? So how'd the test turn out? Was it conclusive? Or did you need to test them again? I mean, don't be afraid to test them again if you didn't gather enough information on the first try, you know? Oh man, I am still going on them cookies. There, pro. My wife almost never comes in when I'm streaming. So if I hear the door open while I'm live streaming, it almost always is something tasty. Hey man, if you were here, I would give you a cookie. But now I've only got one left, so I'm reluctant to share it. Very reluctant to share the cookie. Oh, what's up, GA? The wait for Xbox is brutal. Yeah, I feel for you, man. They'll get it out as soon as they can. I mean, those guys are, like, busting their ass trying to get it done. Thanks for following there, Unfair Judge. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Oh, I hear you, man. I mean, we would all feel the same way. We got a spot open, y'all. Feel free to join up. We're just trying to grind out some ingots. That way we can make some modifications to our fancy new boss weapons. I can tell you that those guys that are working on DD2, they've been around a long time. They were Dungeon Defenders players before they became Dungeon Defenders employee. So I've known those guys for a long time, and I can assure you all that they're doing everything in their power to get get the updates out as quick as they can and get Xbox caught up and all that good stuff. The new weapons are very comparable to the Ember Mount weapons, generally speaking. It's a solid AoE defense. It's not going to be the highest single target in the game, but they're really good general use weapons. Like I'm using this one now. And it's got, you see the little glow, it's got an explosive shot to it. I feel like that's over a little bit too much. DD2 has really caught your interest again with the new updates and especially survival. Nice, nice. Well, you know how it is, Stony Scientist. Once you get going, it'll be tough to turn it off. It's one of those games. Rip hours. Because you will keep playing it. What do we got? Spare change? How much you need? I got a bunch. Spent all your money on lottery tickets. Got another 25. Mr. Blues is back. You need 25? Well, there it is, if you do. Well, welcome back there, Mr. Blues. Oh, I just assume you're going to place it now, Grex. Flame burst tower, huh? Aramir dropping flame burst towers around? Those are underused. If they only had a shard to make them bounce around corners like the Nether Archer, don't look at it. Now I gotta shame Aramir. Where the hell? Where'd he put his flame burst at? Oh, there it is, right there. Oh no! What hero would it be? Man, that's such a tough call. I'll have to think about that one. Justin, thank you so much. I do appreciate it a ton. You're a 3D artist? That's awesome, man. That would be tough. I could think of one defense. Like if there was a defense that... Yeah, I don't know. That's just a really, really hard call. Removed a hero from the game? Which one? You don't want to ask me that. Everybody already knows the answer I'm going to say. Thanks for following there, Warlock. Appreciate it. Oh, it would definitely be the Barb for me if you were going to remove one hero from the game. Not a very popular opinion, I realize, but... God dang it, they died again? Or no, it's not them. What the heck, my stuff dying over here? Oh, they got stunned up somehow. May have built him a little, just a tickle too close. Just a tickle. Let's check out Aramir's Flame Burst. Your Flame Burst is weak, Aramir. It's weak. The Flame Burst is a pretty awesome tower. See, that would be cool as hell. Like an alchemist hero. Oh, he got friends. Oh, fail jump. I guess I'll kill these guys instead. So much for my 360 no scope. It didn't work. Oh, man. The 360 no scope was a fail. That would be awesome. See, I just saw that again. Where's Aramir at? With that skin. Run by real quick. Is that... See, it's leaving the stuff on the ground. That's kind of cool. When the little dealies come up, they stay where they came up. And then when you run away, it leaves it there. I thought I was seeing things earlier, but apparently I was not. Yeah, that's cool as hell, man. When those little ghosts float up out of that flare, they're parked in that spot, so they remain there even if the player moves. I have to go grab a coffee after this one. You guys can build the next one. Get him, little flame burst. Get him. Oh, you keep getting stay farm ads? Thanks for following there, Red Lava. Appreciate it. Do I have khakis on? I do not. I'm wearing a pair of jeans. Me, I am not Jake from State Farm. No. The range on this flame burst is just crazy. It just pews shit from way over there. It gets really, really crazy range. That does. I don't have it set up either. I've got an LT set up on, or a Tesla tower, pardon me, set up on my Adept. But that's the only defense I have, just preloaded with a set. Oh wow, just from pylon and diffusion it gets max range? That's crazy. Got him. Yeah, the flame burst explodes. You can set it up as single target, but by default it's like a fireball. All right, y'all, I needs me a coffee. You guys can build it out however you see fit. Maybe one day I'll load in here. I gotta deal with my inventory. Such a mess. Oh, you could definitely clear C10 with a flame burst. I mean, it's walls plus anything else, you know? There is my juice, and I am going to go grab a coffee real quick. Let me see what I got here, though. We got the Earth Guardian's rifle. Time before that, we got a dagger. Kind of a low roll AP dagger. So no good loots. All right. Oop. I'm dropping it on Grex. All right. Give me a minute, y'all. I will be right back. I'll G it up so you guys don't have to wait for me for the first wave. I'll be right back in just a couple minutes. I need to get me some caffeine. Be right back. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. What's up, Leo? Yeah, playing a little DD2. Uh-oh, what happened? There we go. Maybe? I don't get it. Yep, just grinding it out still. Probably going to do some AP resets on my alt here over the holiday season. But basically blew through all the crafting materials I had saved up with the new stuffs. So just trying to replenish the supply a little bit. We're going for ingots here. And then, of course, with it being a grind game, you always want to maximize your grind. So you want to go for more than one thing at a time. So we're getting ingots, plus we're getting Earth Guardian weapons by running this one. But yeah, you're right on. It's 2 and 2. 4 hours total. 2 hours for the first drop, 2 hours for the second. I think that Stardew Valley update 1.6 could be dropping this holiday season as well. Definitely looking forward to that one too. We're gonna do a turkey this year for sure. My son is coming to visit, so we'll probably have a turkey and then all the goodies, all the goodies that go with it. It's gonna be yummy. Definitely looking forward to it. I haven't seen the brat since last Christmas. He's been off doing his thing. We'll be good, though. We'll be good. I always enjoy the holiday season. That, and I like the winter better overall. Just the winter in general is awesome. Yeah, same with me, definitely. Just the one. One was enough. Dude was a handful. He's 26. Went to the Naval Academy, and now he's... Oh, he's an adult, absolutely. He's in flight training now. After the Naval Academy, he decided he wanted to become a commercial pilot instead of a Navy pilot. So he's jumping through all the commercial airline hoops now. It'll probably take him another year, maybe two. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's what he wants to do. You know, he's wanted to be a pilot since he was a little kid. As long as I can remember. No. Well, he's had girlfriends, but he's definitely not even approaching the engaged portion yet, I don't think. Well, he was when he was in the Naval Academy and then doing his Navy thing, he was traveling a lot. When you're a pilot in the Navy, you're just constantly, you know, like he was deployed in Japan, and they just get a call out of nowhere, and they have to up and move to Nicaragua, or not Nicaragua. What is just above Nicaragua? God, I lost my geography too. I can't remember. The country above Nicaragua. He flies a P-8. Or he did fly a P-8. Which is kind of I mean, during the older days, they were used to hunt submarines, but now they're more surveillance planes. No, not Honduras. Further north. Shit, I can't believe I can't remember the name of it. No, Costa Rica is south of Nicaragua. I've spent a ton of time down there too, but I just can't remember the name of the place. No, Guatemala is even farther. Another Earth Guardians. Rifle. El Salvador. That's what it was. El Salvador. They were doing something there that required a surveillance plane. My geography is actually normally quite good. I just couldn't couldn't grasp El Salvador for some reason. Got this one a little wonked over to the side, but I think it'll be all right. Right, 270 left. And I got 10 more. So happens to be what Aramir needs. Where'd he go? There he is. Yeah, El Salvador is northwest. How many characters does DD2 have? What are we up to now? 13? More than that. I can't look right now. Can't. Wait, you got the monk? You got the original 4. And you got the EV, the Abyss Lord, the Lava Mancer, the Gun Witch, Countess, Adept. Uh-oh. What do we got going on? I think that may have been a stray projectile. Let me see. I just don't even remember. 9. We got 17 now. Holy shit. Yep, 17. Crazy. I would have never guessed the game was going to end up having 17 heroes a few years ago. Well, I mean, there's definitely one more coming in the next update. The Seas of Dragonfall update is going to have a hero. I'm pretty sure they've already said that. It's a major content update, so it'll have a hero and at least 2 new maps. And probably a new boss. So I would guess hero, 2 maps. One of the maps will be a boss map. I mean, that won't be here for a while, of course. So there's plenty of time. It'll be in 2024. Be like 3 to 6 months-ish from now. Something like that. They were originally hoping to get it out in the first quarter of 2024, but I'm not sure if they're still on that path with the delays. Because this update ended up getting some delays, and then, of course, right now they're all working on Xbox to try to get the Xbox back up and running. Or not back up and running, but updated, you know what I mean. But, yeah, I mean, free-to-play game. I think they'll keep adding them. And there's no reason not to. It's going to keep generating cash as long as they keep adding more. So that's the dream, I think, when you make a free-to-play game. Obviously, you want more players, but... Thanks for following there, Wraith Plays Games. I appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. I don't know. I think for general purpose, this bow is awesome. I do think you could squeeze a little more damage out if you use the single 4 or the Earth Guardians for bossing. The Gun Witch is a beast. Nothing wrong with the Gun Witch. The Gun Witch is incredibly fun to play, too. The Gun Witch is going to put out more DPS. But, of course, you get no towers. Where the Hunter, you get some pretty cool defenses that come along with it. So it kind of really just depends on what you're after. Long term. Yeah, the Gun Witch is an absolute beast. Can't go wrong there. You're looking to add a little more damage. Controller chip works as long as you're applying some crowd control. Most of the bosses aren't going to be able to be crowd controlled, but so for just bossing, but remember when you're building a boss killer, that's assuming you're not going to be farming the bosses all the time. Once you get the gear, you won't have any reason to, or unless you need crafting materials, like kind of like we're doing right now. But mini bosses can be crowd controlled, so if you're like planning on pushing far in survival or into high onslaught, it's still going to be of great benefit to you to have controller. You know, and obviously you're not going to have, you can have a weapon for every occasion, but most players aren't going to have a weapon for every occasion, you know? If you did, then you'd have probably 3 completely different weapon builds. We're definitely beasting through it, but we got a pretty solid group too, and we got proper buffing and debuffing and everything else going, so that makes a big difference. All about the team composition, you know? Well, mathematically speaking, crit chance would almost always win over anything else, but it would be situational on what you're going to do. Crit chance, mathematically, is always the best. But there's always a reason to add in something else, you know? Like, if I was doing a pure boss weapon, you know, you got anti-mini-boss, too, which does go against bosses, like main bosses. But if I was doing a pure boss weapon for a hero damage build, you know, you got focus power you always got to have. Bouncing Phoenix is just incredibly powerful, so you're almost always going to want it. So you get that third mod slot. What do you do in the third slot? Well, as far as just pure single target raw damage, crit chance would win. Most cases. Healthy crit doesn't actually work. People keep using it and they're not looking at it. They're not testing or looking at their setup. It doesn't do anything. I used it when it first came out. And then I realized it wasn't doing anything. Unless it was fixed since then. I haven't checked it since it first came out. It may have been fixed since then. And actually, healthy mathematically, once again, if you do the math and you actually calculate what the most damage would be, crit chance would win there too over healthy crit. I mean, everybody wants to add more crit damage. That way they get to see bigger numbers. But remember, it's not about seeing the biggest one-shot number. It's about how much damage can you put out, you know? And crit chance mathematically will almost always win that. It does nothing still? Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that one, but yeah, it definitely doesn't work. All right, Mr. Blues, we'll take it easy. Enjoy your day. Thanks for the runs. Who needs some juice? Looks like we got just about everything done. So we got a spot that just opened up, y'all. Anybody that wants in, feel free to join. What are we missing? We got all the stuff. Oh, this lane. There we go. What did we get? We got Blitz. Damn, that dude just disappeared, huh? Man, those little bugs go all over the damn place, don't they? Double adept. Oh, man. Getting all the pews out here now. It's not working on anyone that I've tested. So you're seeing the crit damage change on your character sheet? Or the crit chance and crit damage change on the character sheet? You are? Well, I mean, maybe it's bugged only in certain weapons or whatever. But it definitely doesn't work on a hunter. It doesn't work on a monk. I know that for sure. But it wouldn't be out of the ordinary for a bugged item to work on some heroes and not on others, you know? But the thing is if you just compare the math, healthy crit versus crit chance wins. So, like on the Barb, you got all the mod slot choices with the 6 mod slots, but on a normal hero, you can't, you're just going to be better off a crit chance over healthy. Plus, then you get the 100% uptime on it. Nah, tree buff is not working right now. They're extra large fries. The developers are aware of it. There was one of the fine print in the patch notes was something was changed with how the trees communicate with the server, and I think that must have broke it. But World Tree McBufferson's not working either. Yep. Crit rate just wins. There probably won't be any more content updates, but there will be quality of life updates. With finishing the things that they've been working on, like split screen and cross saves. That sort of stuff. But there likely won't be any more content updates. Swap chips work and healthy chips work, as far as I'm aware. I mean, I use swap chips all the time. And healthy all the time. They all appear to be working. Now if I can only remember to swap. What's going on there, Spring Diamond? How you doing? Well, every update is a fix bugs update. There's always bugs to fix. Yeah, dying is swapping. So, like you see, I don't have swap up right now. And if I die, when I res, I'm going to have swap up. You'll see it up under my nameplate. That 2-minute buff there is the swap damage. Get it all figured out there, Spring Diamond. Well, you don't want to get rid of your base damage is the thing. Those swap crit things are nice, but remember that damage is greater than crit damage. So if you're losing base damage to gain more crit damage, that is not in your best interests. Because remember, crit is calculated off your base damage. So you just have to do the math on it, you know? Do the math on it before you make the switch. Or use one of the community-made tools to check it before you switch it. But by getting rid of 2 hero damage mods and then going with only 1 hero damage mods and 2 crit mods, you would without a doubt have a loss. A DPS loss. There's no real best defense. The best defense is the defense that you've got properly sharded and modded. Not really a best. I mean, just look at this map. We got Spectral Knights over here. We got trees over here. We got a Nimbus there. We got an obelisk down below. It's kind of use what you like and make sure you've got it set up properly. Is the general rule. No, they're the same chip, basically. Just different words, just like heavy and quintuple and everything else. Like if you're using a quintuple pole arm on a monk that's heavy, you can't use heavy and quintuple. They're basically a duplicate of the chip. Now you can mix and match them. So like, you know, say you got single on your gloves and you got light on your boots or whatever the case is. You can always do that. But they're basically the same thing with a different tooltip description. Yeah, if something hits mine, they're gonna die for sure. Man, we are just smoking old dude here today. How many am I up to? Got 24 now. Do a couple more. Hey, yeah, you got to build in preparation for that charge. It'll move your stuff right out of the way. Sathuria destroying the RNG. Oh, man. What time is it? Oh, shit, man. One more. This will be the last one. We're rapidly approaching dinner time here in the Juice household. I don't know if I'd say they're OP, but they're very usable. For sure. They get really good upgrade value, too, being a 30 DU defense. They're going to get... yeah, 30 DU is a great price for them, for sure. They're going to get just a bunch of upgrade value out of that 30 DU. Besides the fact of being able to place a bunch of them. What do we get? We got a staff. We got a crapo staff with a really bad ability power roll. Boo. No love. Like I said, I've got a decent staff. I just need to put together a armor set to be able to play on my adept. I kind of want to be honest. Oh yeah, the wall hacks are glorious for sure. I like all the defenses with wall hacks. Nimbus, bees, dragons. I use too many deadly striker towers in DD1. Now I want everything to shoot through walls. Yep, you ran out. Alrighty. I'll have some for you here in a sec. Ran out of juice. Oh, man. I got 270 here. Oh, there he is. Dragons are really good, though. I mean, they can clear the majority of the content. And then, of course, you get that sweet spot survival set up with Motherly Instinct on the mama bird. Oh, yeah. Could you imagine? Could you imagine 5 or 6 Nimbus all jacked up onto one wall? Or up onto one defense or one enemy? It would shred that thing so fast. It'd be glorious. Glorious, I tell you. I think it is 7. I'm not positive, though. Let me look real quick. I don't remember off the top of my head. Juggernaut is, yep, Prime 7 and 785 Mastery Stars for your other one. I'll have to restart my stream before, or restart my machine before tomorrow's stream. I don't know what's up with that USB driver. The way it janked out on me at the beginning of the stream. I'm surprised a bunch of people didn't return for the update. Normally, when there's a content update, my, DMs are just blowing up from people coming back to the game, and there's not a ton of people coming back, surprisingly. Definitely was not expecting that. Those flyers, man, they just get all over the place, huh? This little guy's got the bob and weave down. Been using the Adept as main DPS. Nice. He's definitely really good. We just mowing them down here. Well, I mean, that'll be enough to swap up one weapon anyway. I don't have a weapon that I want to change right now, I don't think. But I will probably pretty soon. Yeah, it may actually end up being an Adept staff. The Adept definitely seems pretty good these days. Thanks so much for following there, Skibby. Appreciate it. I'm not sure on the math on that one, how it works out. I'm hoping it's better. The 6.7 weapon from Malachai. The canisters roll different shot types. I'm not sure if that's intended, or if that's how they intended them. I'm hoping that's how they intended them. So you can go with the shot type that you like the most. I mean, you'll have to check to see what the scalars are like, because there may be a difference there in like effective DPS. Had to muscle my way through the herd. Jesus. And that's why I don't use fragile chips, y'all, because I do that way too often. That's why I never use fragile chips. I take way too damn much damage. Oh, wrecked. All right, Mr. Boss Man, prepare to get wrecked. The staff from here is slightly higher single target damage. The Malachai one has an explosive round on it, though, so you get AoE out of it. Very nice. Very, very nice. Well, some smooth runs today. Some good, really good groups. So thank you very much, y'all. It is good stuff. Yeah, it's like comparing the Ember Mount polearm to the Malachai polearm. They both have a very similar effect. They have the, you know, that explosive shot. So you get a little AoE benefit at the end there, which is quite nice. See what we got from that one. No good weapons today, but got a bunch of ingots to play around with some of the other toys, though. Let's see. We got the book. Boo. What else we got? Anything? No more 10s today. Let me look at that. I think I'm pretty sure. No, that's not very good. Why did I even save that? Let me look. Where is my adept? Where you at, Pebbles? I mean, so that's not a great hero health roll, but the weapon itself is usable as a base weapon. The new boss does slightly more. Nice. Than the Wild West boss. Well, there you go. That's awesome for Gunwitch players. You get some pew. That's good stuff. I'll probably end up using that staff on the Adept, but... And I've got sets of gear, like... You know... But the problem here is the damage buff. You got no damage buff there. So, I mean, I got, like, sets of gear sitting that I'm not really using as often. I mean, I do enjoy playing the Countess, but there's so many other things to play. Like, I moved the Engineers... Or no, I didn't move the Engineers gear. I just haven't upgraded it yet. Or finished it. I still got a few derp spots. And I yoinked his chest. That's not a terrible chest, though. That's a good base chest to work on. And then, you know, I got damage buff on my hunter as well, so I can't swap this gear over. Like, if you had a huntress set up before, you could directly swap that huntress gear over to an adept and check it, you know, play around with it for a day and see if you like it. I didn't have a huntress set up before, though. But anyway, y'all, that is going to get it for me for today. Coming up on supper time here. So I'm going to go get me some yummies. I will be back live tomorrow. I'm going to try to get started a little earlier tomorrow. I had 2 video edits go out on YouTube today, and that took a bunch of time this morning. And then additionally, anyone who hasn't already, I put a giveaway up on the YouTube channel this morning. So you're going to want to head on over to the YouTube channel and make sure you get entered in that giveaway. And it's a winner's choice giveaway. So you get whatever juicy item you want if you win. You get either the mask from DD2, the pet from DD1, or the mask and the pet for DDA. So you get to choose from any of those things. So make sure you guys go over and get registered for that. And then additionally, there will be another one coming after this one ends. I'm running 2 of them this holiday season instead of just 1. And there's going to be another one coming here shortly after that one. So make sure you guys get entered into those. Let's take a peek and see if there's anybody I know out here streaming. Let's see. There's only 2 other people streaming. We got Royal Knight, and then we got Slice of Frosty. Slice of Frosty I haven't rated yet. So why don't we raid Slice of Frosty? If you don't play DDA, would that leave you the DD2 choice? Well, no, you get the pick. So if you win, you pick what it is. You can pick any of the things. DD1, DD2, DDA. You pick and I'll deliver. Is how that one will work. But anyway, y'all, that is going to get it for me for now. Let's go over and show Slice of Frosty some love. Has been streaming some DD2 for a few days now. But anyway, have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take it easy, y'all.